Hello, we are here as transformational leaders and as a team of mentors and transformational leadership coaches to stand for what's really important to us and the world right now. And that is leadership in our teens, leadership for our teens. What I have learned in coaching and mentoring teens and parents and being a parent myself is my role as a parent is really to empower and inspire my teens to be the best leader that they are. It's not just about disciplining my children and children around me and criticizing their behavior. And it's about what I see the best gifts are in them and how they can go out in the world and lead themselves and lead their peers to stand for what they stand for, which our teens want to be heard, they want to be seen, and they want to have a sense of belonging and loving place in this world. So we're going to go around, and first, Brandee is going to share why leadership in teens is important to you.
Leadership in teens, they are our future. And the values that we instill in our teens will lead the values of our future. And so, one of the things that you just shared, Carrie, is the gift that we see. And what does that mean, the gift? The gifts of who you are in your most authentic self as teenagers. Teenagers have so much pressure on themselves. They're always in this pressure. Do I look good? Am I wearing the right clothes? Do I have the right haircut? Am I doing well in school? I have three kids. They all have different abilities in school, have different social engagements. And what I get to do as a mother is see the gifts that they have, see who they are, love them, and bring out that quality of just, I see you. You are uniquely you, and I love you. So, just really that deep connection as a parent that everything that they are is okay. And that is just my gift is to continue to share with parents to see the value of seeing their children. I'm going to pass it over to my partner, Eric.
Thank you, Brandee. Thank you. So we also want to make this a little bit informative and to give you some tips around how to communicate better with teens. And one of the things that I learned recently is the difference between obeying and listening. And so sometimes I thought my daughter wasn't listening to me, and somebody asked me the question, do you think she's not listening to you, or is she just not obeying you? And the truth was, she wasn't obeying me. She was listening, but not obeying. And such an important distinction to understand and to really tap into is, are they really listening to what we're saying? And how can we better know whether they're listening to us or they're just not in agreement with us and not doing what it is that we want them to do? So maybe that will support you with your teens. I hope it will. And I'm going to pass the baton over to Danielle.
Thank you, Eric. And I would like to talk to you about accountability. Accountability is important in my life, where when I am accountable to myself and to others, I go further faster as a team. So, developing leadership in teens is developing accountability so that we as a team, you as a family unit, go further faster with your teens. So for your teens to have accountability and they are being held to their word, to you, to themselves, to their peers, creates leadership in them so that they are proud to be leaders. And what works, they're going to do more of, and they're going to ripple that out amongst their peers. So thank you for allowing us to come in here. And now I'm going to pass the baton to Carlene, who is going to now take it and run, go further
Okay.
faster.
Thank you, Mentor Danielle. Thank you, team. So I want to come in here and talk a little bit about how important nutrition and movement is in your teenager. And I can tell you firsthand because I have a 19-year-old teenager who has been overweight for a long time and has recently lost 100 pounds. Yeah. And, the thing about nutrition is we do look for the easy way. We're all busy. We all have these intense schedules. We're running around, and we tend to sometimes pick and choose things that are fast and easy. And what would it look like if we shifted that little by little, a little each day, and really looked at some deep nutrition as a healing, not only for the body, but for the mind and the spirit, because food does affect all of our brains and our hormones. Very much so. So I would ask anybody signing in here and listening to really look at what proper nutrition is and maybe explore ancestral nutrition. We don't have time to get into all of that. And to also encourage movement in the body every single day, walking as a family, running after the dog, running through a sprinkler. What can you do to make it fun and easy? I mean, running through a sprinkler as a teenager may not seem fun, but I can guarantee you it's still fun. And really connecting. I miss the Wii. Remember when we all had a Wii? Because the Wii had the games at least that had movement. And so really connecting your families to movement and how you could do things together as a family and separately, encouraging team sports, dance, anything really at that point, because that also affects the brain, the body, the soul, and the spirit. So now I'm going to go ahead and say thank you for that time to share. I hope that's helpful as well. And we have the Miss Beautiful Katya.
Oh, thank you so much. I love what you shared, Colleen. So, do you guys remember that little cute baby and you had in your arms your son, your daughter, and you're seeing they listen to you and they listen to you, and then they grow a little bit older, and they keep listening to you and they look at you like the big hero, and then they turn into a teenager, and then we make up the story as parents. Are they not listening anymore? Yet, it happened in my life. What I really see now, it's I wasn't listening to them. I was not listening to my teenager. I didn't respect the person, the adult they were turning into. I did not evolve with my child. I stayed with that little baby. One of the things that's really, really seeing light for me is listening to what is not said as much as what is said, respecting their silence. I love to talk. If I am in the car with my daughter and she's not smiling, I think something is wrong with her. So I keep asking, like, what's wrong? Aren't you happy? Aren't you? And I saw so much of that. And now that I have these tools, I can really see how much I am not listening to in the moment. I bring who my child was at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12, not respecting who she has or who he has evolved. So my invitation is really listen to their words, but listen to their attitude, listen to their silences, listen to the lyric behind the music, to what is not being said. And now we're going to close this with the beautiful Holly.
Thank you so much, Katya. Thank you all for your contributions. That was absolutely beautiful. And I loved how we started out with just identifying the gifts that we see in them and really bringing in tools to support them along their process of developing their leadership. And then Katya, I just love how you ended it with just truly celebrating the unique individuality within each of our teens. I think that is just so beautiful. And everything that I heard shared are tiny little tidbits of this vast sea of information and resources that are available to you and your teen inside this incredible book that's right behind each one of us, Leadership for Teens. And this amazing resource is going to be available worldwide. So if you're interested in getting your hands on a copy for you and your teens, definitely reach out to us, or very soon it will be available on Amazon. One of the things that as a mother that I feel is just kind of like a blanket statement that every parent is after is we want to empower our teens to thrive and to be able to create the life that they deeply desire. And the most tried way that I have seen be able to create the life that I want is through the skills of leadership. And this book is jam-packed with juicy tools and resources and powerful examples of how they can bring their life, their dream life, to life today. So definitely get your hands on this book. And if you have any questions, reach out to any of us. We're happy to support.
Thank you.